Hello students, welcome to Math 103. I'm your teacher, Scott Falstrom. It's good to see you all digitally. I know this course is fully online, but I'll be holding office hours on Zoom, so you might get a chance to meet up with me still, or on campus. I want to give you a quick run through of how this course is going to work and how it might be different than other online courses you've had in the past. So to start with, the home page on Canvas is here, and underneath there are some quick links. First being the Let's Get Started button, which go ahead and click that anytime to jump in when you're ready to go to the course. My Zoom link is built right in, and that's for any office hours you might have, as well as a few other resources. We'll be using 2 technology programs. You could take your pick on one or the other. I'd recommend using the RStudio, which is a computer programming code language for statistics if you plan on doing statistics later in life. Might be with your job, and handling large amounts of data is what RStudio is fantastic with. If you're really just taking this course to check a box and move on with something else and you don't see that happening, we have the other technology known as the web apps, so you could choose either one. I also have a technology button here that when you click on it opens up the technology resources, and here's where you have access to the Desmos scientific calculator. You can use that on a test if you don't have a calculator of your own, so that's free. There are some built-in applets that I'm going to have you, these can be used on the Canvas timed exams. And again, everything here is free. So for example, if you click on it, it jumps you over to the applet and you'd be able to input pieces and it gives you the results that you need very quickly. So again, we do not need to have printed tables for statistics in this course. We're going to be using technology. Let me jump back to the home page for the last few pieces. Scroll down. There's a table of contents, which is kind of like an ebook, although the ebook is built into the modules. And there's also access here on the main page to the Math Learning Center. If you click on that, it'll take you to the Math Learning Center webpage that has access to hours. When is the Math Learning Center open? Both open on campus for limited hours and online for much more extended hours, including some late night. So we're open till 11 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and even some Sunday hours from noon till 9. Those hours might change a bit on February 22nd when the campus comes back. Again, the campus has taken a break temporarily, but that can change. Okay, let's look back at our course one more time. So I'm going to jump over to the syllabus button, which for those of you who are fairly new to Canvas, this is where you can find access to the syllabus. All the pages that were emailed out originally you can read through. I have color-coded parts of it, so for example, if you scroll down, there is a section in yellow about student responsibilities, and a section in green. Anything in green colored boxes represents the grade. So if you wanted to kind of catch a look and see, hey, how does my grade work here? That was exactly where you would do that. At the end, you'll also see an overview of all of the study tips that I have to help make you be successful in this course. And then student services that are available at MiraCosta College. Lastly, the schedule of topics. So for those of you who kind of want to gauge, hey, when are things coming up? When are they going to be due? You can take a look here. The test dates are listed here, but they're also posted in Canvas. This automatically opens when you go into the syllabus page, and you can click the Minimize File Preview, and it will just shrink it down. There's a message here from MiraCosta that they asked all instructors to put on their website, so here it is. Don't forget, you can rename yourself in Zoom when you come in case some people are sharing accounts, but you can also change your preferred name in Canvas. So if the name that's listed on the roster is not what you would prefer to be called, other students won't know that, and so as they reply to your posts, they would use the name that is listed, and that might cause some frustration for you. So instead, just jump in. You can change it. It takes literally 30 seconds. It's super quick, and it reduces that anxiety and frustration that you might feel. The course summary is down below. All the due dates are listed. On the side over here, assignments are weighted. You can see those listed as well. And up in the top, you have the calendar, which I think is extremely helpful. Every due date is listed. We can see spring break when there's nothing due. I hope you enjoy a good break there. But it gives you a pretty good idea of when things are going to be coming in. And there's there's the end of the course. So that gives you a pretty good idea of what's coming up due. I'd like to take a moment and take a look at this from the student viewpoint now to show you a few things that occasionally students are frustrated with because maybe this is different than another course they're taking. So in the student view, when you click on it, you'll notice it looks a little bit different. You'll have a to-do list of things that are coming up. And occasionally you might try to do some of those things without understanding how it fits together, let's say. So if I click on one of these, sometimes students just jump to the assignments without looking at the modules. So if you try to click on it, it will say that this is locked. It hasn't been unlocked yet. It'll also tell you what you need to do to get to this assignment. Right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the home page one more time to say this is what I would recommend. When you're ready to start, click on the Let's Get Started. That takes you to Module 0 and walks us through a very brief introduction to a statistics course, but also an online course. So you can read over this. I have some good information about kind of what we're going to talk about in this course. Links to things that are important right now. Here's coronavirus testing and the limitations of false positives and false negatives. Some visuals that you might see in the media. And then whenever you're ready to go on, you can click the next button. Okay, that takes us to this survey. There's a brief survey, should take about 5 minutes. And you don't have to sign into Google unless you choose to, but put your first name, last name, tell me if you have a preferred name, days that you're going to be working online, and so forth. Information here does have 3 different pages of this survey, so make sure you click next in this form. You'll do that again after you finish it. And when you're all done with that survey, scroll down and you can click the next button. Here you'll see some online tips, course information. For those of you who are brand new to online courses, I've got some resources here. If you've taken many courses before, you may be able to kind of just browse over that quickly. Now I'm going to take a jump back just temporarily to the modules page, because under the modules page, I want you to notice that from a student standpoint, I will now see that some of these items have been completed. There's a green check mark whenever something is completed. In this case, all I had to do is view these pages. Now, the reason I set it up this way is you'll always know what you've looked at and what you haven't looked at. So at this point, the next piece coming up is a Module 0 Math Learning Center, and it's ready to go. You can actually do these items in any order, but I've laid them out in an order that I think makes the most sense. In some cases, you have to finish viewing, and sometimes, like a discussion board, you have to contribute in order to get the green check mark. However, you do have to complete all the items, and until they're done, you won't see a check mark for the module. And that's why, I'm going to minimize this module now. That's why the other modules are grayed out. They are grayed out until you complete the previous module. Now again, at times, all you have to do is view an item. I hope you'll take the opportunity to look at it, read it over, and make sure you understand it. But that's the way the course is going to be set up. There are a number of modules for this course. It might be easier for you if you click the Collapse All button, which shrinks them down to just show you the title of the modules. And then when you're working on a module, you can click the button and it will show you what's involved in that module. So again, the course starts off with a couple different modules. The Getting Started syllabus and learning strategies, those are fairly quick. So the Module 0 is going to be due on the first day. Modules 1 and 2 will be due on the Tuesday. And then after that, Module 3, which if you take a look is one of the shorter modules, only with 3 little pieces in it. Module 3 and 4 are going to be due on Saturday. So take a look at the overall. If you do come back to the calendar, you can kind of see, hey, when are things going to be due? You can see that we will have things due in this first week. We have something due on Monday. I'm required to have you check in. After that, we have something on Tuesday and Saturday, and that continues down the rest of the term. Tuesdays and Saturdays are when things are due for this course. All right, a couple other pieces. If you are new to Canvas, there's an inbox right here where you can send a message to me as the teacher. So you don't have to try to dig around what's my email address and so forth. You can simply click on that box and I can reply in kind. You can also check your grades here. And this is also where you'll see all announcements. So I've limited the number of buttons on purpose so that it's kind of quick. I will have an assignment to try to check in with each of you and meet you in person over Zoom or on campus if you prefer. That'll happen within the first 2 weeks as we kind of get everything settled and the roster is fixed. So I'm really excited to have you this term and hope you're ready for this course. To me, it's a super incredibly fun course that will actually help you later in life. Understanding how data works is an essential part of being an informed citizen, but perhaps more than that, it can also help you with a job. Any job that you have is going to rely on data, and people who can understand how that data is useful are going to be highly employable. It doesn't matter if we're talking about a job in education, a job in the business community, a job in the military. People who can understand and utilize data have an advantage over those who don't. And I hope this course provides you with a lot of tools that make you more effective at whatever you're choosing to do. That's it for right now. I look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great rest of your day. All right, off you go.